Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutted, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know Adam, put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
Yeah. Wednesday night AMA. We are back in the building. So glad everybody could join us. And listen, for once, like we got the music, the vibe.
Yeah,
we didn't cut off. We're good. We're good.
We bike, you know, we're back in it, man.
Back.
Let's go.
Hey, you gotta check out this t-shirt, man. This is straight from Casey.
Oh,
Casey store.
It came
As
in.
seen on Twitter.
Love it. Mike's been causing a little ruckus on Twitter recently too, so it's a perfect time.
I'm just tired of the bullshit, man. There's a lot of disingenuous posts, right? Like you don't put certain prospects in because it doesn't fit your narrative, doesn't make the stats look as good, right? Use like total counting stats, but don't tell people that the fact that one player maybe played 3 more fucking games than somebody else. That's kind of an important deal, right? You want to go on a per game basis, then okay, we're on 11 level playing field, but the disingenuous shit, man, that's got to stop. And then I see the people out there, you know, try to dunk on Drake May because he doesn't have the greatest numbers under pressure. It's like, you know who doesn't? Who's even fucking worse? Caleb Williams. The number 1 fucking prospect out. So maybe just pump the brakes on the draft cycle, baby.
Be careful now because, you know, maybe this is all leading to that certain somebody that you're talking about with the 3 extra games going to that one spot, you know?
Yeah. If I got to see another one of those, I'll probably off myself.
I mean,
we're going to try tonight.
I'm not telling you that, you know, you can't have your discourse. I just, you know, just felt like it was a good shirt for today, you know?
It was. As seen on Twitter. Or X. It doesn't matter. It's still fucking Twitter to me. But
I mean,
Adam,
come on, let's call it what it is.
We're
It's
going to do
Twitter.
it tonight.
Oh, 50.
We're
going 50? Cuba.
66.
Lord, 66. All right.
Look at this thing, too. Like, it looked like the plague, like Black Death.
Let's just say this, buddy. When you're going to put that, let's at least start it with the super chat. We're going right after it. Mike's coming in with the 66 off the rip. Let's try before Mike loses his mind. Let's ask him while he's still here with us. All right. Tyler sent us a super chat. 12 team, start 11, PPR, half tight end premium.
Tyler.
Traded JSN for Dotson and a 25 first. Is this trusting the process? Is very young and have 11 first between 24 and 25. Thoughts?
Not a big fan of it on the surface, but you and I both know that a lot of times, more times than not, this kind of deal works out in the favor of the person getting the 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Just how it goes, right? Like Dotson comes back, he has a pretty good year. JSN doesn't, you know, break out like we all think he was, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, they ended up a lot closer than what I thought, and I have a 25 first. Smash W, but I don't know if I'd have the stones right now to pull this one off. Like I'm kind of a JSN fan. A lot of people are, obviously. Dotson, not the greatest year, so I don't know. You are buying Dotson at least before a good, hey, look, he's got a fucking good quarterback now, and new system, new scheme. They're going to throw the ball. You know, they invest in the offensive line, and all of a sudden the offense is a lot better than it was last year. So, not saying Dotson can't break out, but you got some stones, Tyler. You got some stones. But appreciate the super chat, though. I don't think I could do this one. I don't think I could. I'm not brave enough.
Yeah, so I think, like, all right, this is one of those trades where, Mike, and you've seen me do it, and it's paid off dividends before. I will say it like this. This is one of those trades where if you grade a single trade on the surface, like I would tell you if this was just straight up a 25 first that has a chance to be late, plus adding Jahan Dotson in a lineup league starting 11. Like, I'm not the biggest Dotson guy anymore, frankly, going into year 3, right? So there's some upside, I guess, if, you get a better quarterback situation and he plays a lot more consistent. But I'm kind of viewing this as JSN straight up for a 25 first. Now, the reason that I say if I graded it like on its merit of just this one trade, probably I would lean on the JSN side. However, when you're doing this like liquidation of assets and the process is getting multitude of firsts, you're basically starting to have the chance at getting more of the early 25 class. And basically you're putting in more of your stock into leveraging. So I would say this can work out very well for you if you leverage correctly. Now, the reality is with JSN, I mean, there's a wide range of outcomes. He's probably pretty insulated regardless of what happens, but there's definitely polar upside if he takes over this wide receiver 1 role. He started to come on late. If we see more of that to a higher degree, people are going to be right back in on JSN. So asset for asset, I could see it where it's JSN, but I think this is more of a you better be trusting the process, because if it's not, if this is just a single type trade, I definitely want no part of it. But on the process side, I could see where this wins out for you.
If I said for this class right now, JSN or the 108? Which one do you want?
108 right now.
Okay. What about 9?
108, I'll take, and then 109, I'll take JSN.
Okay. That's kind of where I'm at, too. Feels like a cutoff. Like, I will go to 8 because there's a possibility somebody fucks up ahead of me. Very likely.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that tier of 7 that I really like, I'm like, hey, look, one of these guys made it to 8. 9 feels like it's a little bit more out of reach. And I don't know. If you think about it, it's like the 109 and a 25 first. Instead, if you think of it as a 109 and Dotson.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say that, if I don't know anything context about this team, if this team has bad in the range of outcomes, like the 25 first carries probably the highest upside. But if it's just looking as like a generic 25 first, I mean, JSN probably carries more upside than just a standard mid to late first, right?
I would definitely, like, if we were just talking about this in a bubble, right? I value Dotson probably in that mid-second of this class. Maybe early second if you wanted to get bullish. That's fine.
I'd probably say mid-second for me. But, yeah, if you're bullish, you could go up there, sure.
So if I was trading essentially, like a mid to late, mid to late first, 108, 109 range is what we're talking about for JSN. For Dotson and early-ish 24 second, like, just kind of think, like, if you value him as a 24 second, like a 24 second and a generic 25 first, I think it's in the ballpark, right? It's not too slanted either way. It's tough for me to do right now. It just really is. And the biggest thing about that 25 first is you trade for it now and you have all this ambiguity about where it's going to land, right? And all of a sudden then you get to this time next year and you're like, hey, remember that trade I made last year? Gave you guys a super chat for it? Yeah, it's the 25-103 right now. Like, fuck. Killed it. Nailed it. Doesn't even matter what happened with Dotson. Congratulations.
But see, and to that point, Mike, like, I kind of, when I'm doing this process, you really have to trust the process, because I could look back and I could say that maybe this ends up being the 110 and 25. But the reality is I'm taking more shots so that I get as many chances as 101, 102, 103 in that 25 first range. And I also have multitudes of them. So I can hit somebody with 101 and 104. And all of a sudden, if I want to, I can make this a CeeDee Lamb type asset. I can make this a Justin Jefferson if I add something else to it, right? That's the whole idea here, is that you basically are trying to get as many leveraging pieces, because it's a finite number of first-round picks in each class. So I would say overall I trust the process here, but I do think, Mike, if you just were to sit back and let these cards and you make all these draft picks, this is not the move you want to make. The idea here is you better now take what you've leveraged and make it work later. So I think that's a big piece too. Yep. Let's get right into another super chat though, buddy. Come on now. Daniel Walker. For how bad they finished, I can't believe how many times I still have to super chat Go Birds,
Who diehards, man.
Like it. I see this. I see it. Daniel Walker, I'll tell you what, for $10, Go Birds, buddy. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to the 66. Let's get it. You guys rock. Keep on keeping on. Appreciate you, Daniel Walker.
Even though
Appreciate
I shouldn't.
you.
Jesus Christ, this thing hits like a truck, man.
I was about to say, I'm starting to wonder how you doing over there, man. You know,
dude, losing train of thought. It's supposed to make you mentally sharper.
I just see a giggly. I see a giggly McNutted in our future. You know.
Oh, it's tough, man. Not for the faint of heart.
Nah, Daniel, we really appreciate you, man. Been DMing with me. I meant to get back to you, but honestly, super chat, all the love. We sincerely appreciate you being here. Everybody being here today. All right, Nathan. I mean, we're coming in super chats hot and heavy, man. Let's go. Currently in my first best ball startup draft. Okay. Speaking of the thumbnail, Mike. Boom. We'll let super chats get us to it. You know.
Get right to it.
12 team start 11 Superflex best ball. Mike, this is about like in that shit range, you know? Like we probably like a little more like start 12, but this is right in that range. I've made 12 trades so far. I love what I'm hearing. Let's see what we got though. Lots of trade downs and gathering future picks. Also love what I'm hearing. How to know when you are adjusting too much from lineup to best ball. I'll tell you this much. If this is your first startup, like I can guarantee you that you haven't gone too far. I can almost guarantee that, Mike. Like, there's just no way. Your first best ball startup, I promise you haven't gone too far. I shouldn't. I would need to see the details of every trade, but typically you're probably not going too far. That's just the way I view it.
As long as those trades are, you know, acquiring more assets, right? If it's 12 trades and you've traded up 12 fucking times, you done fucked up.
Well, yeah, I'm correct. I'm reading it to the merit of the lots of trade downs and gathering future picks. That's dubs. That's lots of dubs, man.
So you didn't include that part in there, so you're good, right? You put trade downs, not trade ups. That's a lot of dubs. It's a lot of dubs just on the surface. If you don't mind, Nathan, too, just like put some examples in there, like your best ones or your favorite ones too. We'll pull those up at some point and talk about them, but you're on the
Dr.
right
B
path.
Dr. B says he ain't seen Mike this red since
detention.
Hey, man. Oh no, Lord, this is early for this.
Detention.
Nathan, I'll tell you this: put a couple trades in there if you have. This is the way I would say this. You gave us a $10 super chat. Some of the ones you're a little more questioning of, right? Like you've made 12 trades. Like you're saying how to know when you're adjusting too much from lineup to best ball. Give us some of the trades you're a little less sure of, and don't be afraid. You know, Mike can hardly read at this point, so just drop them in there.
I can read. I'm here between the years. All right, we're good.
But no, there you go, little hot and heavy. But then just drop a couple of the ones you're a little more unsure of, and we'll give you a pretty real answer here as far as that goes. Mike, speaking of startups, I think right now, with the combine coming up, so not this weekend, but the following weekend, the combine's coming up, right? I think, to be completely honest with you, like I got a feel right now where if you have a chance to get these, like if you're drafting kickers and placeholders, there might still be that scenario where in the next week and a half, if you're doing a startup, you might get a little bit of value on those picks. And I think as soon as we start hitting this combine and this 24 class crescendo starts to become more of a thing, those placeholders are going up, and next thing you know, they're going to be real players, and that value accrual is going to be over. So if you're into it, I think this is about the last time that you're going to see that type of value, man.
Yeah, I think it's you're at the pinnacle, right? Right before you hit that very top of the roller coaster.
Yeah, right before we're on the up climb.
Yeah,
you hear it?
It's a little calm. Though I sent out some offers today too involving rookie picks, and it seems like that value, like at least in the ones I sent out, like I got a response that's like "fuck no," "kiss my ass," that kind of stuff. So
that'll be good. I got a video coming out Friday about rookie picks and trying to basically liquidate players. So I'll probably get a bunch of comments telling me that you're fucking crazy. I'm just reading the trades. All right, don't shoot the messenger. It's
getting hard, man. I tried to send out some Justin Herbert trades today, and nobody was having it.
Well, all right. Now, how bad are we gaping? I mean, let's give me an idea.
Well, like stuff that involved like maybe like the 103, in a late first.
I mean, that's not too terrible, but yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I think it's part of it is though anyone tuned into us has heard about our Herbert slander at this point, right?
These were randoms. These are dudes who don't tap into us either. So
okay,
shit league.
I like it. All right, here we go. So let's By the way, Steve and everybody else, I got some questions queued up. Don't worry. But this is still technically my super chat. So, for example, give the 1211 and the 2001. I get the 1502, the 1902, and a 25 third.
If that's one that you're unsure of, you're on the right track.
Yeah, I mean, I would say this. Like the 1211, probably there's a player there where, it could be solid. But the reality is the 1502 is fine as far as players. There's still going to be plenty in the 15th round. Now, typically the third, like it's not one of the pieces I'm looking to assuredly grab. But if I'm getting a free third in this range, Mike, like I'm going up from the 20th to the 19th. The fall off from the 12th to the early 15th, while it's there, I'm probably still able to secure an asset that's close. So if I get this free third, and if this is like you saying, Mike, the worst trade or the ones that you're most worried about, I think you're probably on the right path. You'll be just fine.
Yep, you're gonna love having that extra third laying around. Yeah, you're gonna love that one. And really, the 12th round is just based on our ADP, right? Roshan, Musgrave, Dalton Schultz-ish.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
That's kind of your thing.
Yeah.
15th round, Tyler Algier, Mims, Ty Chandler, K-Dot, and Chig.
Yeah, you're still able to get an asset that's fine, right? Like even you said K-Dot and Chig, right? There's guys here that are fine.
Shit, in the 19th round, you're getting like Noah Fant. So even if I told you it was tight ends, it was like Dalton Schultz and 20th round tight end Dawson Knox. And the third to probably buy K-Dot,
something later.
Noah Fant, and a third. Like
there you go.
That's a good best ball trade. Period.
Definitely. Yeah, like probably the only scenario would be if some crazy value like fell into this spot where it'd have to be like a Geno or a Russ, Mike, right? Where like you're getting a quarterback for free almost or cheap.
Yeah.
Outside of something like that, I think you're probably fine.
Yep. Redwood said Mims going that high. Yeah, unfortunately, people still buy into that for them. So
yeah, I watched Mims be a part of something in a 3-team trade, Mike, that just should not happen. It was Andrew from BDGE. Don't know if you saw that trade.
I put a quick response to it, right? Who won, who lost? It's like 4,000 impressions, man. I wasn't even trying to, I was just posting my thoughts on it. I'm like, the middle guy got fucked over hard.
Well, we got to review it later, I'm sure, on set. And my response is going to be 3-team trades, always one person's getting boned, and it's pretty easy to see in this one. Holy crap, though, man. Wild stuff. Yeah, I think to get that, if that's the one you're worried about, you are totally on the right path. Like, the reality is the third could end up being the most valuable asset of that entire thing.
Yep. Really could be.
I'm not saying it's a lock, but it definitely could be. So, yeah, you're doing just fine. Redwood says, Mims going that high. Rough. All right, reloading in best ball, first year. I won the championship with more crusty depth than everyone else. I'm trying to get younger or hope to get one more year out of the old guys and fragile assets. All right, got that queued up. 12-team Superflex Start 11, Mike. 1.75 tight end premium. We got Stroud, Hurts, Tua, Dimes, JT, Kyron, Mostert, James Cook. We got Brandon Ayuk, Pittman, Tank Dell, Pickens. We got Devontae Adams, Kirk, Judy, Lockett, McBride, Higbee, Kraft, 106. I don't see a question, and I'm starting to feel like I'm just out here getting, a flex on people.
He's got a good flex.
It is. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm trying to figure out, Mike. Like, help me explain this to me. Where the fuck is the crusty? Devontae Adams? Like, is that the one?
Lockett?
Mostert? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, there's a couple crusties, but the majority of your team is not crusty at all.
No, that's pretty solid. And
I'll tell you right now, if this is best ball, I'm shopping the piss out of some CJ Stroud right now, brother, in this type of a trade.
And Kyron, I'm shopping him.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. There's other people I'm shopping too. Yeah, Kyron. Honestly, I'll probably shop a lot of these tier 3 receivers too, just to see. You never know. Tank Dell especially, Mike. Mike, I'm telling you, wait till you see some of these trades I saw Tank Dell be liquidated for Friday when this video drops. Dude, it's crazy. Sometimes people buy into these first year rookie players that are really excelling in the moment. And I'm fine breaking up that Stroud Tank Dell stack, by the way. Another thing to consider too, Mike, I know it's a 1.75 tight end premium, but McBride might be able to net you something serious back too.
Very well could. Very well could. I got a dilemma like that with McBride because I also hold Sam Laporta in a league where tight ends don't carry warp value. So I'm gonna be hitting the books here to see if I can get one of those dudes moved.
I love it. I absolutely love hearing this. All right. Yeah, I mean, Steve, there's no question to me here. But it's a good flex. Yeah, we'll take just a,
Just in general, though, like I've been in this position where you win it, and my rosters were far older and crustier and gross, and you always try to get in that liquidity right after a championship, but everybody just saw you win. They don't really want to make trades with you. Your assets aren't the most desirable. Sometimes you're just locked into like, hey, I guess we're running this bitch back for free, and if I win back to back, then fuck y'all.
I mean, the other
just
thing
keep
too
riding
is
this money train.
I'm not sure exactly who you finessed, but you finessed one of the non-playoff teams too to fuck around and have their 106 pick. So, loud. All right, Mike. Let's switch to your favorite thing when you got a 66, Cuba in there. One quarterback, buddy. Sent the 108, the 207 for Addison. Stack team, fresh off a chip. 104. Still wanted to have some extra wide receiver depth in case 103 goes Bowers. Like I guess when you talk one quarterback, Mike, like I don't mind this as much because I'm thinking, right? Like if you take all those QBs out,
4 of them.
Yeah, man, you're all of a sudden like you might not even get a chance. Like Keon's maybe here at 108. I'm thinking in one QB.
Yeah, you might be in the super flex second round wide receivers, which I like. They're fine.
Yeah. But, 207 all of a sudden one quarterback too, like it's probably a shot on a quarterback, honestly. So I don't have a problem with this.
Mm-mm.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, I'd send this shit away in a heartbeat. You have that 108 and 207 in a 1 QB league.
Yeah, one quarterback, it's hard. It's hard to explain, and we don't play in one quarterbacks, but just from everything I know, and I had a guy
suck.
Yeah, exactly. Guy I used to work with would come over to my desk fucking every day with one quarterback trades, and the way the markets work, I'm way more comfortable having players than picks in that economy, so I have no problem with this. All right,
Yep.
back to the good shit. Jake, appreciate you. Jake from State Farm, 12 team, start 9, Superflex, full PPR, no tight end premium. Move up to 101 for 102 and a future 26 pick mid. I'm saying nah, man.
I'm good.
I like to do the other thing. I like to go. I kind of like the other way around. Typically, I have Stroud and T-Law. My best receivers are T, London, and Pickens. Here is the reason I say that. Right now, you could do this, okay? But it's a 12 team. Now, Jake, think about it this way. What I probably would be thinking about doing if I'm you is seeing, can I get something or anywhere even near the same type of return to go from 102 to 103, and just let me get neighbors. Right, like. Can I go to 104? I get having Marvin Harrison Jr., but especially since you're questioning with the mid, I don't know if this is yours or somebody else's, but I'm really not in the consolidation business right now from 102 to 101 when I think there's so many players in that range that are so valuable.
Nope. I pass. I'm passing. I'd rather, like you said, be the guy who moves down. Not only from the 101, but like you said, maybe from 102 to 104 and pick up another second.
Yep.
Something along those lines.
Time to commence the shit takeover. I love it, Mr. Wonderful. Appreciate you being here today. We're glad you're here. All right, we got a super chat. Tyler is back.
Let's go.
All righty. In a startup, how do you build around those young running backs like Brees, Gibbs, and Bijan? I can't get myself to hit draft on those guys in the second round of Superflex. I mean, you don't. Here's the thing. You do not build around them in a startup. I kind of talked about this with McCaffrey. Like, in my personal opinion, unless it gets to probably the third round, like they're absolutely screaming values and there's no one there receiver-wise or quarterback that makes sense, I'm not building around running backs. What I'd rather do is stay more flexible, draft receivers, draft quarterbacks, draft, like, more flexible assets, and then reassemble my assets or push in futures to go get a Gibbs, to go get a Brees, to go get a Bijan later. That's my personal opinion, though.
I mean, hypothetically, you can do it. It's just a little bit more crusty. like to do it. Like you don't feel as good, and you don't feel as safe as long.
Right.
So for example, like Bijan goes at the 202. Hypothetically, you could start A-Rich Bijan, right, with your first 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Now you locked up one of each. The problem is then, I don't know, for me, like if I'm picking then in 3rd round reversal, A.J. Brown, like is that kind of the direction you want to go? Tyreek Hill, like those are your wide receivers. You get into that more, all right, older with some warts because of age and just kind of where they're at with their teams and in their careers. So it's a little bit tougher to do. Like you don't feel as solid about your wide receivers, especially if you're pushing the button on a running back in the 2nd round or not double tapping quarterback right off the bat. And then you run into that other problem. When do I take that super flex quarterback? When do I take that second guy? Right?
Yeah.
Because in round 4, you're really going to want to go wide receiver. You got a long wait on the way back, and you're like, oh, we hit that tier of like guys, but Jesus, like I feel like I need to take one here. I don't feel as solid, at least top to bottom. You know, Tyreek's awesome, AJ Brown's awesome, but if that's kind of where you started, you're like, I need a little youth in here. I need a Drake London, a T. Higgins, a Chris Olave type. Like I need one of these dudes, and then you push quarterback or another round, and all of a sudden you're into the, oh my God, this dude is my super flex. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. So it's a little bit tougher, and for a lot of the league too, when you take a running back that early, you're already signaling, hey, I'm going for it. So like you name your direction already.
I mean, and frankly, Mike, like it kind of, the reason it picks the direction for me when I think about it is, like, you go ahead and look. Now, there are scenarios where you can. These guys in particular, there's scenarios you can trade out and get potentially close to the startup value of the pick you're pressing. But more often than not, you're going to end up kind of stuck with this asset because you're not able to net a 208, a 205, a 211 startup value out of the running back later on. Like, so that's kind of in essence the thing for me. You kind of almost handcuff yourself to not being flexible the rest of the draft, and you're not going to have an asset which you can trade for nearly as much. So to me, that's part of the reason.
Even if it's the most desirable running back, just kind of think how market dynamics work. So you take it now, okay? Then you get to August, right? Everybody kind of forgets about the startup. How many likely scenarios are you getting into a Jefferson, a Chase, a CeeDee Lamb, a Marvin Harrison Jr., you know, like one of those type wide receivers? When in reality, like your market's maybe a Puka or like a Garrett Wilson type if that's your dude, right? And in that case, you could have just taken that dude in the fucking startup anyways. Like they were available for you, so why wouldn't you have done that? It's kind of like buying a new car, man. The minute you take it off the fucking lot, nobody values it the same anymore.
No, and I mean, just typically, like, what I'm seeing right now in startups is I'd probably be taking Breece, Gibbs, and Bijan ahead of the 104 and the 105, and just straight up, I know that, like, that's probably not the best of bets. They're, at best, they're staying in that range. So, how do you build around them? I mean, if you do decide to do this, like, you are basically being bullish on this running back at that spot where you draft him, and you're saying, okay, I've kind of found my hero running back, right? Like I'm betting on this, and I'm betting on this guy being a difference maker, young enough, and now you start, to your point, you have to kind of go crusty. So you got to see, all right, 3rd round, can I get a Dak? The thing is, you end up start by making sure that you're able to hit values later. You're going to end up going crusty. You're going to end up going to Tyreek Hills. You're going to end up going to Dak Prescott's, Jared Goff's. Like, it just kind of makes your direction more shallow. And I think, honestly, Mike, it just from the tradability aspect, you kind of shallow your odds to trade with many people. Like, you just shorten the amount of people that are going to trade for a Bijan, a Gibbs, a Breece. Whoa. Matthew Dennis in the building.
It's a big flex.
That is a flex. If I've seen a flex, my friend, I think we just wait till we get uno mas. That's a 50 burger, my friends. That's a 50 burger.
I'll take a drink to that.
Cheers, cheers,
I
cheers.
am on fucking Mars right now.
I'm about to say, Mike, are you good to shoot right now?
Yeah, we're good.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Been a minute. All the love to you,
Good
too.
Lord.
Miss the school. Adam, question for you. If someone sent you a trade offer, your 102 and Bryce for Herbert, no idea who he's talking about. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Second question, what free agent are you buying most right now and why? Ooh. All right. Let's talk about the first one here. Let's put Mike on the spotlight. Your 102 and Bryce for Herbert. I mean, we already know the answer to this is no. Like, for me personally, I have no idea, no idea who's trading what's offering what. Like, I want the 102 and the Bryce side of this. But, if you're bullish on Herbert, right, if you're really bullish on Herbert, it could be one of those bets that the consolidation is risky, but it could pay off. It just probably isn't for me. What free agent are you buying most right now? That's a really good question. Like, I feel like I'd answer a cop-out way, like, Michael Pittman, somebody like that. But I feel like that's not really the answer. If I make myself go crustier, let me ask you, Mike, your personal, like, who you're talking about in this range, because I have a couple I'm thinking, but it's hard for me to buy, like, down the road, like I know for sure are going to hit free agencies, guys that aren't going to probably get capped in. There's probably one name that's sticking out to me the most. I'm just curious if there's any that you have that maybe I'm missing.
I got a lot, but they're all running backs.
Okay. I got a receiver that I'm thinking of that I don't know that he's going to hit free agency. I think there's a very realistic chance. And he's old. So it's like, I know it's not the asset right now people value. And because he's old and maybe there's uncertainty, and that's Keenan Allen. Like, I feel like if I can get him for less than a first, this is just I'll take it. Right now.
That works. Most of mine are just going to be running backs by default, right?
I mean, there's a ton of the running backs that are going to be free agents. I get you. Who are you talking about specifically?
Like Gibson. I've talked about him for a while now.
Yeah, we've mentioned him for a bit. Yep.
That's a guy with a good skill set. Explosive, still young. Winds up on a team, and all of a sudden he's getting 50% of the workload, and you're like, oh, shit. That was a cheap fucking buy for a late third, whatever it was. Or as a tossing. Probably more likely a tossing. Like, most of those guys are going to be tossings on deals.
I think that's the thing with Gibson is, like, Gibson's at least the player where, like, you've seen if he gets the opportunity, what the upside can be, right? Immense. So I'm with you on that one. Any of the older crusty running backs or not really? You're just letting that kind of be what it is.
No, like, I'll buy into a Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler.
Those are the two I was thinking of, yeah.
Because they don't cost a whole shit ton.
Like what are you saying, like a second?
Like an Eckler kind is, gross. We just saw what happened this last year. But there's some things I could talk myself into, right? Like, he had the high ankle sprain. We know historically running backs are never good coming back from them. It's like it's the worst injury possible for a running back other than torn ligament and missing a year. But, like, what happens, just for example, okay?
Oh, he says, by the way, drinks. Yeah, we got you, buddy. We got you, buddy. I already took a shot. I'll do another, though, for you.
But, like, what happens if he goes to a high-powered offense? Like, the lazy one would be to say, what if he's like the Jerick McKinnon replacement in Kansas City?
I mean, that's my thing with Eckler is, like, he still has that skill set, Mike, where it could be a valuable touches type of a running back, which at cost is where it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everyone right now is like, oh, Eckler's done. He's never going to get that workload again like we've seen in the Chargers. But frankly, at this point in his career, I'm not really expecting that. And I think he's one of the guys that could be efficient without having that type of a workload.
Geist hit one with Zach Moss. That's another good one to throw in there, right? Real crusty. You want to go super, super crusty? Like one of the guys that I was trying to acquire pretty much all season was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Just on the fact that he cost, what, a fourth? Tops.
I mean, you're throwing away what? Nothing, really,
Right. Throwing away nothing. He's a gross-ass running back, but if he were to wind up in Cincinnati, reunited with Chase and Burrow, all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay. A little Gio Bernard role for him. I can get behind this. It's going to pay off more than a fourth at some point. So, and it sounds like Joe Mixon's kind of out the door. And even if he's not out the door, you look at anything past like the opportunity, which is a big thing for running backs, but you look at his actual efficiency and you're like, holy shit, this dude's like half dead.
Yeah, for sure.
He's been dead for a minute, so that's a good one to throw in. Obviously, like Swift's a free agent, Sounds like Saquon Barkley's going to be one. Those are more expensive guys, but running backs for me are just the pretty much one. I'm just going to throw darts at them.
Makes sense. I like it. I can get behind it. Yeah, I think mine's Keenan, just because I feel like Mike. The thing with him is, if I can get him for less than a first, and there's any type of outside chance he ends up staying in the Chargers, I know the volume's coming down, but it feels like as long as it's going to really cost me less than a first, like I'm kind of willing to make that bet. I guess similarly, it would be like Mike Evans, but I feel like he doesn't quite get as cheap as Keenan is currently. So that's kind of why I say Keenan.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Let's see what we got here. I mean, I can't listen, man. We got a $50 super chat. Matt Dennis is out here flexing on
Big money.
The people, buddy. Eckler to Houston. That would be wheels up.
That'd be nice.
That'd be wheels up, my friends. Right? Like, let's get this Devin Singletary thing out of here. You know, go ahead and get rid of that. Right?
It was nice. Thank you for your service.
Or if it is like here, we'll give you a couple downs. You and Pierce can still play the special teams role if he wants to, and you know we'll get some valuable touches in this C.J. Stroud offense. I think there's some valuable touches to be had. So I'd like
for a
that.
quarterback who doesn't run. Yeah.
Let's see what I hear. That's expensive, Mystic. Oh, here we go. All right, boom. We got a question too. 12-team Superflex start 11. Mike, should I give Puka 25 first, 26 first for Jettas? Hell no.
No.
Dude, I'm saying hell no, brother.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Wait, hold on.
No,
Let me read the rest just to make sure. I'm saying hell no, but his picks, I'd be giving him back one of his picks. He's one of the better teams, so it should be at least mid picks. Maybe ask or see Watson back too. Nah, listen, I think Mystic that you. Well, all right. Let's play the devil's advocate game, Mike. Let's say you were hell bent. You're going to go from Puka tier 2 to Justin Jefferson tier 1. Start 11, Mike. What are we? What's our top dollar realistically?
He's 25 first back.
I'm with you there. And so here's the thing, right? That C Watson back, like Christian Watson to me doesn't really equate a 26 first. Right, exactly. Thank you. So like if you're trying to net out this 26 first, I need a receiver or a player that's actually worth a first, not Christian Watson.
Yeah.
So I'm either dropping this 26 first and seeing if I can get the 25. Let me ask you, Mike, if you throw this 25 of his back, is there any type of little season dust on top that you can count that isn't real value, or are you kind of just playing hard ass at the 25 first?
I'm playing hard ass.
Same. But that also is like to us, we're not looking to make this trade. That's the straight up reality, Mystic. Like, I still believe in Puka quite a bit, man. Like, I don't know that I can say that Justin Jefferson's production. See, because when I'm basically buying for full boat, like to me, the tradability is kind of lost because I can just go out. Now I have to go backwards, and it's probably going to net me the same thing. Correct. So if I'm making this type of a trade, it's got to be production wise, and I just can't sit here and tell you that the production makes sense at all for this. So
it does not. It does not.
Yeah,
it does not.
I'm kind of just I'm known as not being one to tier up for receivers. Now I get it, but it would have to be a non-Puka type guy. Like if you told me I'm going from tier 3, into Jefferson, I could have a conversation with you about like really paying up. But a guy like Puka, I just can't do that.
Yeah, I'm talking to the Martians right now, and they say no too.
I love this. Boy, this is fantastic with Mike fucking like this. All right, hold on.
Gone, bro.
Would you ever trade a top wide receiver like Jetta Chase Lamb for 2 to 3 old guys if you're trying to win? Say Lamb for Kupp, Adams, and Keenan.
No.
So this is one of the things that, Mike, we've learned the hard way from, right? Now, to answer the question, no. Like, here's the thing. In a best ball thing, right, if you're telling me, like,
Week 15.
There you go. It's best ball league. These 3 old guys are performing well enough, and they're healthy, and I can make this trade, and I'm about to go try to lock up a title. That would be would you ever. It would need to fit A, B, and C. Time, right before the deadline or right around the time when it's time to, push the chips in. B, these guys all got to be healthy. And C, it's best ball. That's when I would do it.
I'll throw another one in there. You got inside information with one of their agents that they're retiring tomorrow before it hits the public. You're like, oh yeah, get out of here.
I love it.
An unlikely scenario.
Yeah, I like the unlikeliness of that. I mean, okay, here we go. What about Tank Dell in a 25 first and 26 first? I could get a little bit more on board. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Tier 3 and Tier 2. For me, Puka doesn't fit that bill. Tank Dell would.
Yes.
So now, I will say to you, Mystic, in a start 11, it's already probably leaning to no to me just because we're starting so many players. But like if you have the added, if you have the necessary depth to make this consolidation, if it's Tank Dell, I can get a lot more on board. But for Puka, absolutely not.
With you.
In best ball, I'd feel pretty comfy trading the 1 for 3. Yeah, for Edwards, I mean, I would do it. But the other thing to keep in mind is I'm probably not doing this right now, frankly. Like,
nope.
I'm holding dead assets for the next fucking 6 months when I have the premier receiver. So timing is the biggest thing to me too.
Yeah. Sure, I got a team, Redwoods, you're in a league with that I got 3 shitty assets. So if you got one of those guys, come.
Holla. Jay Jackson says, we out you. All right. Fair enough. I love having Jay on board. What's up, Jay? 12 team. We got E-Will. I damn near read this as evil.Maybe I'm the one that's high. 12 team Superflex PPR, no tight end premium. Would you ask, what do you ask for to trade down from 102 to 104? Ooh, this is sexy. I like doing this. So, Mike, what are we asking for?
Later, random first. I settle for an early second.
Yeah, you give me 201 or north, I'm in. You give me 111, you give me 20. Mike, I'll take a 26 first, probably even 25 first for sure. Like,
yep.
You throw me that, see ya. I'll wait. I'll let you make your decision.
Yep. Still within the tier of awesome.
Yeah. If I'm staying, here's the main thing. If I'm staying at the 105 pick, I'll trade down from this 102 to 105 and be pretty excited about it. Now, going past that, we're gonna have a different conversation with the plus. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. And just think. Community even halfway buys into this JJ McCarthy QB1 overall bullshit. Ta-da.
Mike, what if one of these dudes is that we're a little bit, or let me say the community's a little teetering on, goes out and just fucking flames this underwear Olympics, buddy. Just goes ham.
Let's go, man.
I'm just saying.
Troy Franklin goes out and runs a 4.2 640.
Stop it. No one's Blue Chew ain't gonna sell for forever. Everyone's gonna be hard as a rock. I'm trying to sell my Chase shares now, only to make my team stronger. Yesterday, I sold Chase for Marvin Harrison Jr. Here's the thing: if I'm selling Chase for Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't even need the 3 pluses. You give me one of these pluses, and I'm in, Mike.
Yep.
Now, if it's Spears, is probably the one that I don't care as much about.
Correct.
But if it's Reed, if it's a 26 first, I'm already in.
Yep.
You give me all this shit? This is criminal activity.
It's nuts.
This is ridiculous. That's crazy.
That's theft. Should lock you up.
Yeah, that's
Martians,
dude, I mean, Marv is like, realistically, if you're telling me he's pick 1 or 2, Mike, he's already in startups like 3 picks behind Jamar Chase.
I'm over here sweating. Don't do this at home, kids.
I'm over here sweat. Mike is literally like right now. I'm running the show, and Mike is kind of like, all right, just keep me on the rails. Don't let me die. I'm sweating.
Thinking about when I gotta poop.
This is fantastic, man. This is reminding me of the video that I watched of those dudes that popped it in. There was a podcast. I forget what it was, and they were going to the loony bin. All right, Ethan has another one for us. This is fantastic. Just to let you know, we normally get to about an hour and a half, and then I look up at the clock and be like, shit, we've been going. We're at 44 minutes, and Mike is in looking like
struggle bus. Boy.
Yeah, we're in. Mike, if you need to take a little quick, impromptu break, I'll take care of it for a little bit. If you have an emergency.
Open a window.
Lord, Thank God I'm not there. I'll just tell you, when he was here, listen, man, he tore this basement to shreds. I was down here, had like gassed out one day. 12-team Superflex PPR, 1.75 tight end premium. We're starting 10, 6-point passing touchdown. Trade Justin Jefferson, Dobbs, 25 second for 102, highly likely Marv, plus Ayuk. Where you at, Mike? Ooh, Ayuk, man. Ayuk and Marv. Let's just call it Marv. Let's just say Marvin Harrison Jr. and Brandon Ayuk, or Justin Jefferson, Romeo Dobbs in the second.
I think I'll go Marvin Ayuk here.
I think I will too. I will say that, like, I'd be probably, if I'd make the trade, but if I could, just because I'm trading away this JJ piece, I might try to be a dick about that second. I'm making a 2-for-2 trade still, but I still want the Marvin Ayuk side. Mike took it out, man. Mike took that bitch out.
No more. No more. We dying.
Matt Dennis, let's go. Yes, he is, my friend. So he just popped that thing out, man. He had to get rid of it. All right, let's keep going. This is fantastic. Mike, you good? You gonna be all right? I like it.
I'll let you know. Trust me.
12-team best ball.
Like the Flash.
That yellow shirt gone like the Flash. 12-team best ball. Start 11. 12 is gross. Okay, still trying to grasp starting dudes I'd cut in some shallow lineups. Yeah, I mean, it's a totally different thing, Daniel. Like, the guys that you think of roster cloggers, you're probably going to want to have as the back end of your bench. You're just looking for shots at the dartboard. So,
yep. Value accrual. Those running backs we were talking about that are shit, right?
I mean, yeah, I know. It's a total. When you get down to that, like, that range where we were talking about in the startup picks, that 12 to like 15 to 20, like, you honestly have to completely flip your mindset from lineup to best ball. It's a totally different shift. So get used to getting into Krusty Land, buddy. Just like Mike's getting used to being in Krusty Land over there, you know?
Yep.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
12-team Superflex Start 11 inbox offer, Michael. Give Jordan Love, Pickens, and the 110. Get Jamar Chase, Geno, 25 seconds. QBs are Lamar, Purdy, and Love. I don't have a clear wide receiver 1, and I have the 101. I need help. Okay. Where you at here, Mike? So Jordan Love and the 110 to go get Jamar Chase. You in or out on that trade right there?
Probably be in on that part.
Yeah. Now, Pickens for the second, like, I'd probably lean Pickens, but I'm not like gonna kill the deal over Pickens, I don't think, in this format. I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are here. I can see it either way. I will say, but the fact that you have the 101 and you could just take Marv makes me feel like you don't necessarily need to do this. But if you made this trade, right, and you have Lamar and you have Purdy, and now you have Marvin Harrison Jr. and Jamar Chase, shit, man, and you get Geno Smith as your quarterback 3 here in this trade, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's
rich, but I think I do it in the end.
I think so too. And I think the other thing in the start 11 now is Jamar Chase. This could be one of these where now all of a sudden I'm getting crazy, right? I got Jamar Chase on the block and I'm getting a fucking haul back. Now, here's the thing. Bang! Because I love it all. Mike needs to smoke or take a shot. I'll tell you one thing Mike probably doesn't need to do is take a shot. My man is out here looking wild, but there he goes. That's my friend. My buddy.
I got you.
Cheers.
Oh, baby.
Jay Jackson says both. Well, I don't think he has anything to smoke in the crib, but
no. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea.
Woo! I'll tell you, I didn't have a 66 milligrammer, but I'm out here shooting it.
This rough.
I'll tell you the other thing, too. This Garrison Brothers, man, that shit hits. That shit really does hit. All right, hold on. In best ball, actually wanting to roster Nelson Aguilar. Yeah, why not?
Crusty.
Listen, I'll tell you, the leagues that Mike sets up, I want to roster people that are breathing. Like, honestly, if you're at Mike's level right now, like, you're kind of breathing, you're not really sure, but there's a little bit of a pulse, I'm good. Like, I want you on my team. So it's a perfect example of, like, I'm looking at this. It doesn't look the greatest, but I want you on my squad.
Need you.
Castle Black actually sniped me on him in our latest startup after he resigned. A sip or a shot, not like we're going to call the man out. There we go. I'll show.
I'm doing a full one.
Mm.
I feel them dinosaurs calling.
Mike, are the Martians still talking?
They shut up. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm caught in between that. Do you got to fart, or is it going to be worse? Talk about clearing you out, man. Ooh, baby.
I'll tell you one thing, buddy. Do you trust it? You know, that's the question you got to ask yourself at the end of the day.
I do not.
If you don't trust it, I don't know if I'd let it rip.
50 people watching live. I ain't shitting my pants live.
Let it rip.
Oh, no, sir.
Then we would be looking at a true live shit show, my friends.
Oh, my God. Mistakes were made.
Can't wait for the draft stream. Jay's crying. The content is great, guys. I appreciate how consistent it is. Trip, this is not necessarily the most consistent, but what is consistent is Mike is going to gut this thing out. I love this about him. All right, boys.
We're riding.
What pick are you getting the running back one right now? Ooh. All right, so we're talking startups here?
Yeah, RB1 of
In a startup.
Dynasty?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to, can I say, like, third round probably? Because if all the running backs make it to the third round, that probably means, like, we are at, like, Tyreek Hill versus Jahmyr Gibbs type conversation.
That's a good conversation.
Right. Like that, if you get to that point, if you really pushed it that far, like that's one where I go 50-50. Gibbs and like, you know, Tyreek Hill. So I'll say if you actually get it to the third round, I'm probably having that conversation. So 301, 302 type thing, you're on mute.
Redwoods meant rookie, he said.
Oh, rookie. Well, I think, you know what, Mike, this is coming out. I think Redwoods was the Gibbs for 104, and we said no. So, RIP. RIP, buddy. I'll give you a little preview for your trade show. It's coming, by the way. It is coming to you.
I'm with you in startup. It's like a third rounder for me. Rookie running back, late second. I'm starting to give consideration to. And
yes, Daniel, we're talking no points per carry here. By the way, my man Matt Dennis is out here, you know.
Just dropping it.
As Nick told, a lot of the young people may not know, no holds barred. So what bottle of whiskey do you want me to bring to the Fantasy Football Expo? Mike, what bottle do you want me to bring you? Well, we got Mike drinking some whiskey now, some bourbon, right?
Just a little bit. This is back-to-back weeks. Uncomfortable as fuck.
Yes, you are, by the way. This one looks worse than last week by a long slide. A landslide, I mean. Matt, here's what I'll tell you. I could give you, like, you know, some expensive, hard-to-find bottle. You bring me a bottle that I haven't had before. So if you could find, like, it doesn't even have to be crazy expensive, but something that you've had that you think's pretty good, that you're a little partial to, or you think that I haven't shot at, that's what I'd like. Give me the Matt Dennis, you know, little inside scoop. That's what I want.
I'm a mid-shelf Svedka.
Mike's a mid-shelf, like a mid-bottom, right? Like he's right on the border of, like, he doesn't want to go to the very, very bottom, but he doesn't have to go all the way to the top of the mid, right? Like, give me a Svedka.
We upgraded from UV blue, all right? We're Svedka now. Through and through.
Don't act like you wouldn't be smacking some UV blue right now. You would be.
If I had to, you know. If UV blue wanted to reach out for a sponsorship, you know, we could talk business.
See, Nathan speaks for the people. Shit your pants, Mike. Let it happen.
No.
Don't you shit your pants.
Forever.
Don't you shit your pants. All right, 12-team Superflex PPR, half-point tight end premium. We're starting 11. 5-point passing touchdown. We're giving Herbert to get – oh, no, I'm sorry. We're giving Herbert and Tank Dell. We're getting Goff in the 101. Wow. Currently have Kyler, Geno in the 103, Gomarv at 101, and Neighbors at 103. 12-team, I'm not sure I want to get both receivers when Geno would be my quarterback too, frankly.
Correct.
Now, to the part of the trade, where are you at here, Mike? Goff? Well, oh, no, I'm sorry. No. He would have Goff and Kyler, and then Geno would be quarterback 3. Okay.
Right.
Where are you at on the trade? Herbert, you're tearing down from Herbert down to Goff. but you're going from Tank Dell to the fucking 101.
It's a big tear down, though. It's a big tear down.
It's a big tear down and a big tear up, no doubt, big time. I'm with you. I mean, you're looking at going from, like, for example, you're going from the 108-ish down to the 411, fifth round almost in Jared Goff, right? And you're going back from that. Go ahead.
I want Herbert more than the 101.
Okay.
And that's me kind of being a detractor from Herbert.
This one, I'll be honest, this one's kind of tough, man. This one's kind of tough.
And then Tank Dell over Goff pretty easily. So this would be a no for me. I couldn't do this one.
Okay. Ooh, you're taking Tank Dell ahead of Goff. Interesting. Yep. They're actually going like neck and neck on startups, by the way. 411, 412. I would take Goff ahead of Dell, but I understand your hesitancy with the Herbert thing. I'd say this. I'm about going from Herbert to 101, but I just don't think like I'm doing that with this Tank Dell to Goff thing. Like the sexy asset of Tank Dell to go to Jared Goff. Like I'm getting awfully safe here, and I don't really think having Kyler and Goff with Geno as my backup is worth getting these young receivers. I'm okay having Kyler. I'm okay having Goff. But, like, I don't want to get rid of a guy like Herbert, which is an elite asset that probably is going to have a fair amount of value insulation, to get this risky at the QB position. Remember, this is 12-team Superflex, right? Like, it's close. It's close, Justin. This just wouldn't be the way I would go about doing it. If I could get rid of this Tank Dell thing and make it a, I don't know, Jaden Reed type-ish player, you know, like,
yep.
Terry. I'm trying to think, like, you know, something like that. I think I'm in, but I think at this point right now it's too rich for me, frankly.
Yeah, I like the squad with Kyler, Herbert, Geno as your third. Whatever you get at the 103, whether it's Neighbors or not, and Tank Dell versus the opposite. You know, let's say it's Marv, Goff, Kyler, Geno, and Neighbors.
That's my biggest thing is I don't have to have both. I'm okay if I just have the Neighbors side and I still keep that Herbert and Tank Dell side, right? Like I'm okay if Tank Dell is the wide receiver 2 and Neighbors is my 1, or I don't even know if you have better receivers on your team already, so I'm good.
Yeah, I like Herbert more than the 101. So back to Matt Dennis's $50 super chat, trying to flame me. I get you. Appreciate you though.
He says, "Ha, damn, spoiler." But I figured one of the top 3 QBs or Marvin Harrison Jr. would be valued over Gibbs. I know my league, and it would have been quarterback 3, and I didn't want it. Well, we didn't want you, you know? Sorry.
Jesus.
I just got to fuck with Redwoods, man. You know, it's my dog. Mike would have to change his name to the Shit King. Mike.
No.
Just let it flow out of you, buddy.
No.
Let the demons out.
No. The happiest I'm gonna be is when the stream ends. I go walk around barefoot outside and recenter myself with the Lord.
Keep the fucking questions coming. This is hysterical. A-Rich or the 101 in a startup? This is a conversation I had to have, Mike. I took the 101, and you were like, I wasn't sure if you would do that. I think it's really close.
Did you take the 101, or was it A-Rich went right?
Oh, you know what? A-Rich went right before me. You're right. Yeah, I was ready to have the combo, and I didn't. You're correct.
It's A-Rich for me.
Is it?
Yes.
I think I want the 101.
Okay.
Now, it's close as hell. Like, can I tell you the truth, Mike? I'd probably go 50-50 in startups. Like, if I'm in 5 startups and this was my conversation, I'm probably taking half and half, honestly. Like, it's really tight for me. Like, I see the A-Rich upside, but I also, like, I'm a little worried about the shoulder injury and all that, where the 101, I think, is still someone super, super dope. So, and I also feel like I can trade this 101 for something. Mike, you saw that Justin Herbert trade that we just got asked? Like, sometimes the 101 can get me into something crazy like that. So that's why the 101, I think I lean at least half the time.
Okay.
Should we do Pappies? Listen, Matt, if you get fucking your hands on some Pappies, bring that shit to the fucking expo, my friend. You can be done super chatting. I'll let you off the hook. No more super chats until the fucking Pappies comes. All right. Herbert is going ahead of the 101 in startups. That's correct, Trip Crown. All right, Mike is looking like he's about to die on me. So we're going to ask one more question. And unfortunately for y'all, Mike took that dive, man. He took that Cuban 66. All right, here we go. Jay Jackson says, who do you guys have higher, Nico or Tank? Interesting question.
Nico.
Oh, we ain't going nowhere, Mike. We got a super chat.
These guys are savages.
Keep them coming. This is fucking hysterical. They want you to poop your pants.
They want me to shit myself. God damn it.
Yeah, I have Nico ahead of Tank as well.
Nico ahead of Tank.
But that's not the final question. Bang, Mike. Bang. Who do you guys? Oh, wait a minute. Let me redo this. Apologies, Nathan. Tez Walker or Polk in best ball? Do you prefer rookies or crusties at the 1401? Hal here is too.
Ooh, not Hal.
Not Hal.
Not Hal.
Polk or Tez Walker, Mike?
Tough, right? If you told me it was just a pick, I'd take the pick because of the flexibility.
Correct.
But you got to like put something down.
You got to put a name on it. A name on it, yeah.
Versus like, I mean, what's around there? Gabe Davis?
Yeah, let's pull it up. 14. Probably not quite, honestly. Maybe a little bit. You're right. Gabe Davis, Wandale, Demario Douglas, Tyler Lockett, Elijah Moore,
Traylon,
Mingo.
I think I go with one of the wide receivers, the rookie wide receivers, right? If these are my options, like I'm gonna shoot for the moon on it, and it's gonna be one of these guys. So shit, now you put me in the position I gotta pick between one of the two. We just got done watching Washington tape for Dunze, but you got to see Michael Penix and Dylan Johnson and Jalen Polk, and Jalen Polk was hella impressive, right?
It's Polk for me. It's Polk for me.
He's not gonna get a second round, I don't think so. He might, but it doesn't feel like he's going to be a second-round wide receiver. Feels more
I'm not
like
banking on it, yeah.
Tez Walker had some rumors of like a late first. I think that kind of got killed at the Senior Bowl.
Senior Bowl killed it. If he would have done really well at the Senior Bowl, Mike, I'd probably take Tez Walker here. But off the Senior Bowl, RIP, I'm taking Jalen Polk.
I think I'm gonna go Polk, but there's a realistic. If you like Tez Walker or whatever you're a fan, go ahead and take him because he has one thing that Polk doesn't have, and that's that ridiculous deep down.
Oh my gosh, Michael, I got bad news for you, my friends.
What the fuck?
All right, this song, this beat right here is titled "Savagery," so we're gonna keep this one because, and I turned it down for Master Nate. Bang!
God,
from the corner. Boy came off the top rope, man. Master Nader. 1 more minute. Turn that outro music down. I'll turn it down even a touch more. But this beat is titled Savagery, so I feel like it fits. Master Nader, honestly, like,
savage.
I will say, with what you just did, like, I feel like this is one of those rallying things where people can get behind it, right? Look, we're talking about $1.99, everybody. Like, just think about that for a second. $1.99. We can keep this thing going. You see this? Just throwing it out there.
Harsh.
This is savagery. Mike, can I just explain that deep down in your soul, if the shoe was on the other foot, you'd be fucking super chatting at $1.99.
Fucking Matt Dennis. God damn it.
From the top rope. Here he comes.
I have never been in the history.
Mike, this is
fucking YouTube channel. The history of AMAs, the history of live streams. I've never been so disappointed to get super chats.
Mike, I got to be honest with you. All this Brock Purdy shit, all the stuff you've been spewing that people hate, did you expect that this would not? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Listen, man, we ain't going. $10? We ain't going fucking.
Stop making me laugh too. Like that.
Dog, this is the best thing. Everybody's out here, and this is why the shit culture will be here to stay for forever. When everybody's about one thing, they come together in unison. When shitheads unite, Mike, you see this? Jay, right now I'm singing your praises, my friend. This is what Jay Jackson does. This is El Gancito, in case you guys don't know. All right, this is El Gancito. Let that money fly, man. Mike, just let it out, buddy. Everybody would be, obliged at this point. By the way, Jay, a minute for $1.99 is, I think, what we kind of subscribe to. So we're talking about 5 minutes here with this Jay one.
Jesus Christ.
I know, man. I don't even know what to talk about anymore.
Well, how are we going to spot JJ if he leaves Minnesota and followed Kirk? God damn it. Fucking Brock Turdy. What the fuck? Man,
this is what we get. Brock Turdy isn't going to be in Mike's fucking pants tonight. Put a turdy in there, baby.
I fucking feel, I don't know how many of you are the TikTok thing, but there's a...
Guys, talk about pre-nutted. Dude, I ain't had this much fun in an AMA and anything since Mike pissed on the floor, bro. Oh my God, this is fucking epic right now.
I didn't think pissing on the floor was going to be the worst thing. What the shit culture? God damn it. But I feel like that there's a guy on TikTok, right? At least the clips get posted there. It goes by Queso. And it's a big dude, like me, big dude, but he's redheaded. And he's a Twitch streamer, okay? Streams video games. And people are always putting puns in there, like play on words about how fat he is, right? So they'll make up like celebrity names and then like include a food or, something along those lines. And he's always on there just like screaming, like, get this guy out of the fucking chat. Like, ban him forever. This is the direction I feel like I'm fucking heading right now.
Hey, bro, I'm not even going to lie, man. I've been out here trying to get, I want to get this BDG video done. Shark Tank, baby. Bro, I've been out here like...
a little bit. I am squeezing my sphincter.
Mike pooed it a little bit. Dude, I've been out here trying to get this BDG video done, trying to get the next episode of Highly Detailed. I've been out here a little bit stressed today. Brother, this has been so fucking needed for your boy. This is fantastic way to finish the show. Look at this, man.
I thought my wife was pissed when she woke up to piss on the floor, right? What do you think she's going to do if she wakes up and there's just brown streaks? She is going to go
Mike,
nuclear.
Can I tell you what you tell her? You see, the AMA, we had to go OG on it. We went to the shit show. The shit show. It was a shit show.
Adam, too. It's parent-teacher conferences week, and she's a teacher, so you know how that's going.
Who are you telling? Tomorrow, I'm on duty until fucking damn near 10 o'clock. So, Groundhog Day 2. Groundhog Day was 2 weeks ago. Keep it in smoke. Uh-oh.
We got to answer the question, though, about what happens if Jefferson were to leave. Does it change anything for you?
Wait, where are we at? I'm sorry, we got to go all the way up.
Fucking turtle head, Matt.
Where is this question?
I swear to God, the minute he falls asleep the first night at the expo, I'm knocking that fucking door handle off.
Locking him back in the room? Where is this question? Let me pull it up.
He's going to piss out the window again. Jay Jackson, $10 super chat.
Oh, word? Okay, he had... Oh, a part of that super chat was a question. My bad. I thought he was just part of it. Okay. How are you... okay. And followed Kirk. Where are you at?
If you were to leave?
Yeah.
I don't think it would change my dynasty rank in Jefferson at all.
0.
None. He's still going to get force-fed. He's the alpha premier. Fucking traded RG3. What the fuck? No. God, fucking do it again.
He's doing it again. It's coming out, man.
Stop it.
On stream. We're going to make this shit hit. You see all this shit on stream, on camera? Look at it, man. It's flowing.
Oh, my God.
Can I be honest with you? I've never been more proud of our community coming together on something like this. Just everybody. This is what makes South Harmon so special, man. Everybody getting on the same page, on one accord, right? Just
this little fucker right here is the one speaking to me right now.
You see how it's creeping? Yeah, it's creeping right there. I wish you could see my mouse. I'm just kind of circling, hovering. That little creep right there, yep.
Oh, fuck.
Which side would you take? Andrew Luck or RG3?
He told me RG3 never got hurt. It'd be RG3. Russian upside, boy. Russian upside. Good God. Whew, I got the bubble guts. All right. Dynasty Barry, he's been with me. He's been a friend on the Zin Diesel train. Don't ever do this. Ever. Ever. All right. We're going to lock these away.
Bro, I'm trying so hard not to literally lose it. I'm trying to just be able to read anything.
There's a sticker on the back that has a skull and a crossbone on it. I don't know if you guys can really see that. Right, hey, we'll get closer.
Ryan has a question for you. I think it's a good one. Are you worried about Hockenson possibly missing the first month of the season per sleeper?
We already knew about this. God damn it, Ryan. You're just fucking with me now. You're just
Barry says I'm gonna, and you know it.
Like I got,
bro. I needed a night like this so bad, dude. I've been fucking ready for it. Oh my God, what the hell did I miss? LMAO.
I understood the no 18 thing. Like you can't have it under 18. Okay, I didn't understand the skull and crossbones until fucking right now. Like they didn't put on the warning label that you're fucking the people who tune into your chat. Jesus, got the hiccups now. The people who tune into your chat,
it's coming out one way or the other.
Take a shit.
Hey, Bargustus, here's what's happening, man. Let me just tell you what this is going on. You're tuning in. You're tuning in to Mike's telling everyone how bad he has to shit because he took a 66 milligram Zin. Cuba. And people are not letting him leave the island. Let's just say that. They want to see him do it on set. Mike.
Fucking Nathan.
Crunch bar, Baby Ruth.
Dude, it's not gonna be a Crunch Bar or a Baby Ruth when it comes out. That's fucking.
It's gonna be a Milky Way, ain't it?
No, it's one of them fucking fondue chocolate fountains you see at a wedding.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Milky Way.
Milky Way'd be more solid.
Ooh.
Oh, this hurts.
This hurts. Do you realize by the more that you talk about how bad it hurts, like I want you to see the pain that you've inflicted on our community, Mike. They are so ready for the first chance to get back at. Look at this. This is a great question. I actually, you know what? Super chat.
Oh, I'm fucking Denzel right now.
When?
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Okay. Y'all motherfuckers. Listen, when do rookie pictures get added to Sleeper, Mike?
Oh, man, they take a while on that.
Yeah, they do. I honestly think that
in August, it's a good time.
Right. I think that, frankly, by the time that those get put in, Mike will give you a picture of the actual turd that comes out.
Yeah, that's probably more likely. They take a while at Sleeper to do that. Just like they take a fucking while to get us college fantasy football.
Mike, I think this is a fair comment. Like, where are you at right now? I have at least 2 minutes minimum before I can dip this by the rules. But
did you ever see that challenge where they get a person to like eat a banana and then try to chug a Sprite?
Yeah.
And it's impossible.
You're gonna throw up. Yeah, right.
Because of what it does to your guts.
Right.
That's where I'm at.
Really?
That's where I'm at.
So what are we thinking time-wise? Like, what's the timeline before it's like there's no time? Time it erupts, volcano style.
I've been preparing for a life in prison, all right? So I've been doing Kegels for a while now. Okay? I mean, we're talking decades at this point. Like, I just know that's going to be the end result.
I don't know if we get canceled tonight, but the fact that I've been preparing for life in prison.
I'm good. I think I can last. Okay? I can outlast these assholes.
Hey, you know, that's kind of messed up, too. Trey Tucker, I went to CVCA where he went to school. Why can't Trey Tucker get a fucking pick, man? It's messed up, you know?
Sleeper. Get your shit together.
Those M&Ms freak me out. I could respect that, too, honestly. He is doing his breathing exercises.
We're good.
Keep it going. Just keep it going. 2 guys, 1 shit. Nice.
No,
and
Matt,
in case you thought we were leaving, we ain't going nowhere. Man, I'll tell you one thing.
A trash can. If I have to shit in a trash can,
Mike,
live on air,
at least whatever you do, just consider your options and make the best one. You know. Let me ask the audience something. We're gonna ask you guys a question. If Mike wasn't able to leave the room, because of the rules of the AMA. We have a real question, by the way, so we'll get to that. Where would you prefer that he do it?
What a terrible question.
All right. Sonaldo 14, appreciate you being here with us today. 12 teams, start 13. Start 2 tight end. Boy, I'm trying, Mike. I'm trying to keep it real. Give 105, 112, 204, 206. Get the 106, 25 first, 208, 25 second. Why?
Okay.
I mean, I guess I would like how confident do you feel like this 25 first like helps you out to get a early first? Like, is this one of the teams that you think is worth betting against? If the answer is yes, then I would do it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, though, I'm probably good.
I don't mind the trade back, and then the 112 to the 25 first is like that's a win. It's a win.
Yeah, but the 204 to 208 already is a loss, and the 206 to 25 second. Like, I'm kind of just – I feel like I'm doing too much to grab this 25 first if it's not really worth betting against, if that makes sense.
I'm kind of with you. I think it's just a little bit off. Like, if you told me I could drop the 208 or the 206 or the 204 out of it, yeah.
Can I tell you something, though, now that we've answered this? By the way, Sonaldo, I think we're in agreement. If it's a team worth betting against, go do it. Otherwise, you're doing too much. But I got to be honest, Mike. I rarely ask the audience questions. And to tell you that they are answering with lots of variety, right in his chair without moving. Just let it send. Nathan says he'd prefer it to be in the bed. Under the desk. Just go ahead and like crawl up under there. Just let it out. Matt Dennis says just right where it's at in the pants. Also says trash can if you can get a choice B. Bargustus might have the answer. I'm going to keep this pinned somewhere. In South Harmon fucking flip-flops. This right here, my friends, stays for the rest of the evening. Dog, how great is that? How great is that right there?
You guys are all fucking degenerates.
Can I tell you the fact that Daniel Walker is like talking about the start 13 part of the question and is Daniel Walker's one of us, man. To go through what we're going through right now and keep your mind apprised to the actual questions on screen.
Don't fucking include yourself in what we're going through, okay? You selfish son of a bitch. I'm here taking grenades in the trenches.
Mike, these are the people. What do you want me to do? Cut the stream? Is that what you're asking? Are you trying to cheat? Are you trying to cheat the money?
Jacked off underneath the table, Judas.
Oh, stop fucking crying. He's always crying. What, some hot older woman made you feel her cans? Snap out of it.
How were they, though? Built for speed, built for comfort.
You motorboating son of a bitch.
I don't want to do any motorboating, and this one is built for speed.
I think Ryan, right now, has a great
Let
idea.
This fucking die.
Because if this comes out, I think Matt Dennis, unless someone goes over 50, Matt Dennis gets to say where it goes. So, Mike, just think about that. If it gets to the point where, like, all right, like I can't fight it anymore, you let Matt Dennis say where it goes. And by the way, he said trash can. So,
trash can. I'm holding it in. All right.
I don't know if Mike shit in a trash can and then showed on air. Do we get canceled for that? I think there's a very good chance we get canceled. I might have to cut the stream before that.
That's 100% how this channel ends. That's how it goes.
I will admit, I'll let people understand that it took place, but I'm cutting it off before the debauchery gets shown on camera. We're not doing that.
If it got to that point, Adam, I would kick this motherfucking camera right off the goddamn stand. Right? It's gonna look like something out of the Blair Witch Project. Okay?
This is the community you created. Hats off. I don't even know what's happening. I vote tiles. Oh shit, boy.
It's our old worst enemy, man.
All right.
I've created a monster.
We got 1 minute and counting. We got a $10 super chat from Matt 4 minutes ago, so we're at 1 minute and counting.
fucking timer.
The rules are the rules. I'm not cheating the community. All right.
Hit the fucking outro music, you selfish son of a bitch.
I already hit the outro music. We're headed out, unless somebody decides to save us. You know. So I will say this. Regardless, this was a much needed evening for Mike. I mean, we tested him. You know. Listen, we don't fold under pressure here at South Harmon. All right. That is what we call this.
We're going to clip this whole last part. I'm sending it in as a resume for Dude Wipes.
I agree.
This doesn't get your fucking sponsorship. Nothing will.
And I will say, ADP equals after dinner poo. After AMA poo is definitely happening. We'll see you back here. Same time, same place. This time, Mike will have cleared out his entire gut system. We're out of this thing. Peace.
Peace. Oh.